Howdy Sketchies, it's Megan of Hello North. It's the beginning of the month and it's May. So you know what that means, it's Artsnacks time. So let's open it up and see what we got this month. So first off, just a disclaimer, I am not sponsored by Artsnacks in any way, shape, or form, so the opinion on these products is mine and mine alone. So let's open it up now. Alright, so it feels pretty heavy, so I kind of wonder what's in store for us. Alright, first off, like always, they always send in these cute little stickers. I have them everywhere. Next we have the menu card, and it looks like a little promotional paper. Airheads watermelon. Some brush cleaner. Oh my gosh, thanks Artsnacks. The last one that you sent me last year is almost out. All right, so let's see. Here's the heavy thing that's in the box this month. It is Heavy Body Acrylic Paint by Liquitex. They're one of my favorite brands, and I got a muted green, and it is a full, almost 60 millimeter bottle. So we'll open that in a second. And then we got a Prima white gold wash paintbrush. It looks really pretty, so let's put that aside. And of course we got all the stuff that is in the little wrap-up. Let's bust this open. Let's see what's inside. Ooh, so we have 2 art crayons. They are watercolor crayons. They're done by a company called Mix Media, I think. Or no, Marabu. I got green and blue. And that's it for what's in the box. So let's take a look at more of the stuff that we got. This Artsnacks challenge for May was really difficult for me. I'm running on fumes when it comes to anything creative. I've been doing lots of drawing and illustrating for work, and then when I have time off, I'm getting ready for comic conventions that I have had and are having all month, and it's just been so crazy. So inspiration was running a little bit dry when I first got in the Artsnacks box. But with a little bit of rejuvenation and refueling when it comes to inspiration, and lots of undead zombie videos and films on YouTube and Netflix, I decided to do something undead, or at least appearing dead. And since it's Mermay right now for a lot of artists, why not do a dead mermaid? I mean, everybody's been posting these beautiful, gorgeous pictures of mermaids all over Instagram, and I thought I'd add a creepy one to the mix. What I am using right now is a Col-Erase Prismacolor rose-colored pencil. I like to use this for when I do watercolor and marker illustrations because the color itself doesn't really muddy anything that I put down, like the marker ink or the watercolor pigment. It just works really well, and it's fairly easy to cover up, so it's become my go-to sketch pencil. I go through quite a few of these, and this one was not included in the Artsnacks box, but I think, hey, Artsnacks, you should include some Col-Erase pencils in future boxes. So let's get on with these products that we got this month. The watercolor crayons is what I'm using first. I'm actually using an old Artsnacks exclusive paintbrush, or a paintbrush that we got in an Artsnacks box. I can't remember, but I don't really like these. They just didn't really work well for me. Maybe it's just my style and just how I work. I didn't really like the crayon texture that they left behind when you would like lay them down or draw them on, and it went on really smooth. And then I would add the water. The pigment just seemed really faded compared to what you had drawn with, and then you were left with this crayon texture, which is something that I'm not a huge fan of. But after a little bit of buildup, you can get a pretty pigmented color, just not as dark as what it is when you put it down. So these were definitely a miss for me. I can definitely see the appeal for mixed media artists. Just for me personally, wasn't really a big fan of it. But I do know of another artist who I think would absolutely love these. Now let's go on to my two favorite products out of this month's Artsnacks box, and that is the Liquitex Heavy Body Acrylic Paint and the Prima Gold Paintbrush. Let's talk about the paintbrush. It is fantastic. It holds water really, really well, and it can go from a nice watered down type of paint like watercolor, and then just on a dime flip over and be able to move around really thick paint like this Liquitex Heavy Body. It was just really fantastic. I'm going to have to take a look at the rest of the brushes in the series just because of how well it did for me. The paint, I am already a huge fan of Liquitex anything, and so the heavy body paint was definitely something that I really, really love. It works well with all of the other Liquitex products, including Liquitex ink. I mean, it had a beautiful color to it. The pigment went really, really far. You can really add a lot of water to it to water it down and get a beautiful light pastel green. And then if you want to just throw it on there thick, it has this beautiful texture to it, and it's really great. And I am so excited that we got exclusive colors this month. I'm not for sure if they're going to be selling those colors at all. I really hope so I can pick up some of the other colors that I saw on the promotional little tidbit. Now, the black ink that I'm using is actually from the Artsnacks exclusive art supply line. It's called Plum Chester. You can check it out at the artsnacks.co website. I really like this ink pen. It's nice and cheap, and it gives a nice quality to any kind of ink drawing. It's really fantastic. Now, I didn't show the watercolor or the paintbrush cleaner. It's pretty self-explanatory. You wet it, you put your paintbrush after you've cleaned off a lot of paint, and then you can clean off your paintbrushes. I have actually reviewed this in a previous Artsnacks box, and I absolutely love it. So I would highly recommend it to anybody. It's one of my favorite products, and I'm really glad that they sent another one because my original one is starting to run a little bit dry. So this month's Artsnacks challenge was definitely a challenge for me. Nothing seemed to go right with me drawing. It was really difficult to get anything done this month. I mean, my hair even changed colors halfway through this video, and I apologize for how long it has taken for me to get a video out there. But if you liked what you saw, give a thumbs up, and if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button and become a sketchy. We would love to have you around. Well, until next time, guys, keep on sketching.